150-year-old Victorian gem, spacious yet cozy, with bits of gingerbread trim, hardwood floors that gleamed with sunshine, and 21st century indulgences. It was located at the far edge of Farberville, with a stream, a meadow dotted with wildflowers, and an apple orchard. There had been a few problems with the resident Hollow Valley family members involving malfeasance and murder. But I'd solved the case for the Farberville Police Department and vacated the valley of the majority of its occupants. We'd moved in 2 weeks earlier. Now Peter, my divinely handsome husband, who had been blessed with molasses-colored eyes and an aristocratic nose, had his own tie rack, his own wine cellar, and his own chaise longue on the terrace overlooking the pool. I'd claimed the library as my haven, and spent a lot of time playing on the rolling ladder that allowed access to the highest shelves of books. I'd also arranged the contents of the walk-in closets, added artwork, located most of the light switches, and mastered the washing machine and the dryer. I'd barely seen my beloved bookstore, the Book Depot, since Peter hired a grad student to be the clerk. My presence was tolerated as long as I approved orders and invoices and signed checks. Lingering was not encouraged. After a few days of reading poetry in the meadow, I felt the need to do something of importance. It was too early to make cider, and the idea of knitting made me queasy. Thus I had decided to master the art of French cooking. My boeuf bourguignon had been a success, as had the coq au vin. The terrine de filet de sole had been less so. My soufflé au chocolat had sunk. My petite crêpe au doux fromage had been met with derision. C'est la vie. Yes, you may have a party, I said as I attempted to separate an egg. You handle the food, unless you want to serve tapenade noire and mousse de saumon. How do you say yuck in French? Caron was too busy texting to wait for a response. Do you care how many people I invite? I picked up another egg. I suppose not, as long as you clean up afterward. I don't see what's so easy about aioli. Is there a utensil to crush the garlic? What's wrong with garlic powder? Oh no! She shrieked so loudly that my hand clutched the egg with excessive force. I can't believe this! I've already sent 30 evites. Everybody's going to think I'm an idiot. I held my hand under the tap and let the gloppy mess drip down the drain. What's wrong? Did Rhonda decline? I got a text from Inez. We have to attend a training session at the Literacy Council on Saturday from 10 in the morning until 6. 8 hours of training to point at a picture and say apple. It's not like I'm going to explain the difference between the pluperfect and the imperfect. I don't care, so why should they? You can always be an aromatherapist. Caron gave me a contemptuous look over her cell phone. You are so not funny. During the week, I attempted to conquer with varying results gratin du coquille Saint-Jacques, quiche Lorraine, and vichyssoise. My second soufflé went into the garbage disposal. Peter was so impressed by my relentless enthusiasm that he insisted on taking me out to dinner on Saturday. As we lingered over beefsteak et pommes de terre, aka steaks and baked potatoes, he suggested that I might want to spend more time at the Book Depot, learn to play bridge, take a class at the college, or volunteer for a worthy cause. It was very dear of him to worry that I was expending too much time on housewife duties and would enjoy a respite. I gazed into his eyes and assured him that I was having a lovely time in the kitchen, although cooking and cleaning up could be wearisome. My eyes almost welled with tears as he spoke of the wealth of knowledge and experience I could share with the community, were I to sacrifice my nascent culinary goal. I was thinking about our conversation the next day when Caron and Inez slunk in and collapsed on the sofa. Caron was fuming. Inez, her best friend, looked pale and distressed, and she was blinking rapidly behind the thick lenses of her glasses. I wiped my damp hands on a dish towel and joined them. Problems at the Literacy Council yesterday? I asked. Yeah, Caron muttered. The training session was interminable. The teacher basically read aloud from the manual while we followed along like we were illiterate.